Hi everyone, so today we're discussing cataract. Cataract is a common eye abnormality that occurs especially in old people. So what happens in this is basically the lens they become opaque or they become cloudy. So the cloudy or opaque appearance of lens. So lens basically start becoming cloudy and opaque. This is what cataract is. It is pretty common, and also other than that, it occurs in older people. So these are three things that you need to know. Initially, I told you what is a lens. It's basically an elastic um, capsule which is filled with proteinaceous fluid. That fluid is proteinaceous, but it is transparent at the same time. So what is lens? It's an elastic capsule that is filled with viscous, proteinaceous, but transparent fluid. So that proteins, what happens, they start denaturing in older people, but not every person. In there some cases, those proteins they start denaturing. When those proteins will denature, what will happen? They will coagulate. When they coagulate, what does coagulation mean? It means that they all come together, right? So they when they coagulate, what happens is that they form a bunch that is opaque, and this opacity is in front of the lens. So when they're opaque, this means that instead of that normal transparency that was there in that elastic capsule, which was filled with viscous, proteinaceous, but transparent fluid, so instead of that transparency, there is opacity. So you're understanding what happens? Those first of all, those proteins get denatured. Then there is coagulation. Those proteins they coagulate to form opaque areas. From those opaque areas, what will happen that the light transmission will be obscured. So light transmission is obscured. When that light transmission is obscured, there'll be vision impairment. Obviously the person won't be able to see properly if the light isn't entering the eye sufficiently. So there'll be serious vision impairment, and after that the person won't be able to see properly. So what are the four steps? First of all, denaturing of the proteins, then coagulation of those proteins, and they form opaque areas. There'll be impaired light transmission, there'll be vision impairment. There will be insufficient light transmission, there'll be vision impairment. So these are the four steps: denaturation of protein, coagulation to form opaque areas, then there won't be light transmission, and that will lead to vision impairment. What is the possible treatment? So the treatment for this is that a person has to undergo surgery. In that surgery, the lens they're removed and they are replaced by very thick convex lens. Very thick convex lens. Convex lens, if you can recall, they were used for nearby vision. Remember, we had convex lens for nearby vision. So exactly those lenses are used here. So the treatment is corrected by surgical removal of lens. When the lens is removed, the eye loses a large portion of its refractive power, because lens they had a certain refractive power, right? That entire refractive power is lost. So in order to counterbalance that, in order to retain that again, the lens must be replaced by placing a powerful convex lens in front of the eye. Usually, however, an artificial plastic lens is implanted in the eye in place of the removed lens. So, since you're removing the lens, and lens they have a certain uh, diopters, right? So they have a certain refractive power. So a great chunk of refractive power is removed, but you need to replace that. So that is replaced by an artificial plastic lens. So yes, this is cataract.